Country music is so popular in Utah. What was your take on Beyoncé winning Best Country Album at the Grammys?
I think that's the closest thing to DEI we're going to see right now. That is that. I mean, I'm not a country fan, but I can tell from the response from country fans, they did not appreciate that at all. You put all that hard work, you develop your fan base, you go out there and you work to develop a reputation, and all of a sudden somebody comes out of the blue because she's popular in something else, and she gets the best. Nobody really respects that, and unfortunately, because of that, Beyoncé will not be respected by that core group of people that she is now singing to.
So look, all that's really bad. But first of all, she's not going to be respected by that core group of people. What do you mean by that? Why are you being so vague? Why don't you just say what you actually mean? She comes and does an amazing job, but we're gonna pretend that she didn't. She just popped in, and because she's popular for reasons I can't understand. It's not that she's talented or hardworking or anything like that. Gives a hell of a show, nothing like that. Constantly reinvents herself. Let's ignore that. She just pops in, and because of that, the core group of people aren't gonna respect her. You mean white people? It's white art, okay? It's not historically, but we're gonna pretend that it is, and because of that, no matter how good her music is, it cannot be good as country music. And the white people will reject it, but also it's implicit what he's saying, should reject it. It doesn't matter how talented she is. It doesn't matter how good it is. Doesn't matter how much it sells, how many people it brings into listening to country music who might have never considered it before, but now they're really into it. It doesn't matter because she's still black at the end of the day. And again, throwing out the DEI, she's a DEI winner. You cannot get anything if you're black or brown and have it not be attributed to that. They have found a loophole, even for a guy like Representative Burgess, he's participating in this, a loophole to just be like, black and brown people have never earned anything, can never earn anything because I put it behind a 3-letter acronym. So you can't say that I'm being racist because I found a loophole and involved 3 letters. JR, what do you think?
So by the way, I was waiting for their responses to when Eminem was winning awards and was embraced in the hip hop community. By the way, hip hop transcends to all kinds of folks. There's Asian folks that do hip hop. There's Latinos. There's white guys that obviously do hip hop. And I don't remember Republicans going around talking about well, you know, the community doesn't approve. What you have to do is actually make good music, and then folks will approve it. I'm sure there's plenty of people that didn't like that Eminem was in hip hop, but there wasn't this overreaching group of this. We're talking about like elected officials. We're talking about politicians who for some reason want to have something to say about music and whether or not Beyoncé is country enough. By the way, for the people who decided to jump on and kiss Donald Trump's ass for this whole approach to differentiation between what black country is, Beyoncé, when she first came out, was getting hell for being too, guess what? I want you guys to maybe figure this out. She was too country. She was too country. She had too much of an accent. She's from Houston. She's from the middle of nowhere. Oh, look at this girl trying to sing when she's all country like this. So she had to try and suppress her country background so she could be successful, but it was always who she is and still is. And she continues to try and tell people that and show it through her music, which by the way, sorry, is just better than the other folks in this genre that she's beaten now throughout all of these awards that she just, again, won, similar to Kendrick Lamar. And so after all this has happened, I think she broke her record for the number of Grammys she'd won, but she hadn't won Album of the Year. That's the side note. But the anger is, damn it, once again, we keep trying to push this narrative that certain people aren't good at certain things because we don't approve of it. And when they keep appealing to the mass group of people and show that they're better at this, we have to go back to saying the only reason they got it is because of DEI, which you just started talking about a year ago, when Beyonce's been around since what, 1997, something like that? I mean, that's just popular, been around. She's been doing stuff before that, country at rodeos. She's been singing at rodeos. 100%. She's not a country singer at all.
And look at how they flipped reality on its head. So what they want you to believe DEI is that you're not good enough, but you win because of your identity. And what it now means is, even though you are the best, you don't get to win because of your identity. And we call that DEI. So merit's dead. They only think about things through the lens of identity. You could be worse than Beyoncé so long as you're white and you should win. She can be better, but so long as she's black, she should lose. And that's merit? No, that's a terminal case of white identity politics. That's all it is. And not nearly enough people have been pointing out over the last few years how core, constant, 24/7, floor-to-ceiling white identity politics is at the core of the MAGA movement.
Do you guys want an indication? Sorry, John, I'm filibustering because this really annoys me. In every aspect of all parts of our lives, anytime Black folks have gotten in the door of it, there's huge pushback from sports. Jackie Robinson, we celebrate it now. To Tiger Woods in golf, to Black folks in hockey. It happens in every sport. And then eventually, when things like this change, and we see, man, this is so much better and so much more in this same entity has transcended to a different level. We have to go back to dogging folks out. Think about the way they talk about athletes that have gotten to the top of their game. Think about how they talk about LeBron James, the way they talked about Colin Kaepernick, because he still stood for what he believed in while still playing this sport that you want to keep claiming is only yours. White supremacy is nothing but a highlight of their inferiority complex. Because when you look up and say, yeah, I don't think I want to try to get better at this to compete, I have to just say that they're not as good at it and try to change the entire narrative. If someone starts talking about how much better they are because of their skin color, which white folks will do, then you should start looking at their skill and talent level. And we see it in this administration right now because they don't know what the hell they're doing outside of suppressing other folks' rights. There's no competition. What they're trying to do is stop the competition.
Thanks for watching our video. Did you know that you can support our show by becoming a subscriber? Just click the subscribe button and also ring the bell so that you get notifications when we're live or when we post new content.